Hello, 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 everyone. Um, Good evening, guys. Good to see you. How are you doing, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. If you're live with me right now, I'd like you to leave your comments in the chat box. Let me know that you're live with me. Leave a comment in the chat box. Leave a comment in the chat box. Let me know you're live with me. If you're live with me, leave your comments in the chat box. Let me know where are you watching from. Let me know what city, what states, where are you watching from. Let me know in the comments. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Oh, great, great, great. I can see people have been waiting from the beginning. That's awesome. I can see Joy Amuchi was waiting from the beginning. I can see the concept properties, Obafemi. I can see you. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Welcome. Paul says fully here. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Great. So I have Timmy watching from Kogi State. Hi Timmy, how you doing? Good to see you. Well done, well done, well done. I can see Chinonso Favor from Lagos, Nigeria. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well done, well done, well done, well done. I can see Tariela Alale from Port Harcourt. That's my city. Good to see you. Welcome. I can see Yusuf from Oshobo, Oshun State. Welcome. I can see Femi from Arbor Delta States. Delta heavily represented. I can see Immaculata Monday from Port Harcourt. Good to see you. I can see Precious Chinwe from Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. Good to see you. Ajani Honor from Obomosho, Oyo State. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I can see Obe from Ogun State. Good to see you. Anastasia. I can see you. Carl Music. That's Charles. Charles from where? From Oshun State. Good to see you. Favor from Akwa Ibom State. Good to see you. Okafor from Ebonyi State. Katie Trends from Enugu. Enugu is my state, by the way, so I'm happy Enugu is represented. Good to see you. I can see Nnamdi from Port Harcourt. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I need you to do one thing for me just before we get started. We go live in the next 1 minute. We get started and enter into our slides in the next 1 minute. But just before we get started, I need you to take that link that we shared on the WhatsApp group. I need you to post it on the social platforms. I need to post on Facebook, Instagram, on your WhatsApp status, on your groups. Tell people that we're about to show you how to earn in dollars from your skills, how to make your first $500 to $1,000 from freelancing, how to make your first $500 to $1,000 from freelancing. Okay, so I need to take that link, share it. You could be changing someone's life tonight. So go ahead and share. I'll give you 1 minute for that. This is 8:35 p.m. now. At exactly 8:36, we'll get started. From freelancing. Great. Awesome, 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 awesome. Awesome. Joy is tuning from Lagos. Good to see you, Joy. Oh, Joy says she's from Enugu State. Awesome. Awesome. I dig you, Joy. Well done. Well done. Well done. One Nemo. Oluwatumi share from Ibadan. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I can see Dawn. You've shared it. Thank you very much. Dawn, you've shared it. Thank you very much. Dawn, you've shared it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. If you have not shared, make sure you share the link as well. If you have not shared, make sure you share the link as well. Make sure you share it everywhere. All those people that has to bombard you with broadcast messages. If you don't share this to 7 people, Jesus will deny you before the Father. It's time to share your stuff to them. So go ahead and share it now. Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. How to make your first $500. I'm sharing it on my WhatsApp status as well. From freelancing. Beautiful. So I just shared it as well. All right, let's get started. Let's get right into it. I can see a lot of dawns. Thank you, Immaculata. Thank you, Obelua, Oyedukun. Thank you, Boropol. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that has shared. Now let's get right into it. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, I'd like you to leave it ready in the comments. Are you ready? I'd like you to leave ready in the comments. By the way, Messiah, come say hi to them just before I bring you up again. Uh, how are you doing, Messiah? So Messiah is actually here. Say hi. I'll bring him up very soon. Say hi, Messiah. I don't think they can hear you because your mic is mute. So you should unmute and say hi.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Great. I can hear you, and I'm pretty sure they can hear you
Yeah,
as well.
I
So
can
say.
see Mukta, Miracle, Immaculata. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you very much for
Mm-hmm.
being here.
Mm-hmm.
Femi, Egbedoyin,
Mm-hmm.
thank you very much. Yeah, it's from Enugu. I'm from Akwa Ibom, but I speak Yoruba instead because I grew up in Ibadan. So, Oluwatumiche, you might be surprised I speak. So if you come with an Akwa Ibom name, I might not pronounce it well, but I'll pronounce your Yoruba name perfectly. So yeah, but thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to share what I know with you guys.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we're getting to the meat of the matter just immediately. All right. So I'm gonna share our slides now, and then we will get right into. I'm seeing a lot of ready. Beautiful. It means that you all are ready for what we have tonight. Great. Make sure you don't miss it. All right, let's get right into it. So, how anyone who has a digital skill can make $500 to $1,000 per month without having to start an online business and bother about Facebook ads and all of that stuff. You have a digital skill. We're going to show you in this webinar how to make around $500 to $1,000 every month, okay, without having to start a quote unquote online business, an agency, and anything like that. All right. Now, there are chances that if you're watching this right now, there are typically like 3 to 4 reasons why you're not currently making anything between $500 per month and $1,000 per month. The first one is that you don't know how to make $500 to $1,000 per month. Okay. The second thing may just be that you don't have a dependable, tried and tested high income skill. The third thing may also be that you lack the opportunity to use that skill. The fourth thing may be that you don't have anyone to mentor you, train you, and hold you by the hand. Now, today's training will teach you how to finally get rewarded for the hard work that you put in learning your skill or craft. You learn a lot about making money and becoming a better freelancer. My guarantee to you is that at the end of this video, at the end of this webinar, you have one, two, or even three actionable steps that will help you make a lot of money this year. Now, of course, when you come for trainings like this, you realize that there are different types of people here. So there are people who are just here for the fun of it. Okay, so they don't really care about learning or anything like that. They just want to while away their time. But then the other people that are here to learn and see stuff that could change their lives. If you're one of these people who are here to actually learn stuff that can change their lives, make them a lot of money, then you are the exact reason why we are holding this training. Okay, so I need you to do something for me, guys. I need you to focus. I need you to take away all distractions right now. Anything that will distract you if you're in the midst of people and you feel like they're going to distract you, probably want to walk into your room or just go somewhere else that you can give us your 100% attention. Okay? Because this webinar is going to change your life. I guarantee you that. It is going to change your life. My promise to you today is simple. I'll show you a clear roadmap to earning $500, $1,000, or more from the skills that you already have. I'll show you how to make money of it. You don't have to run ads. This is very important. So you don't have to run ads like I did to get most of you to this webinar. You don't have to run ads. You don't have to post online, so you don't have to create content and post every day. You also don't have to build a brand. So you like build a brand on social media, and all of that. You don't have to build KLT. Now, in marketing speak and marketing terms, KLT simply means know, like, trust. And people say for people to buy from you, they have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. Now, you don't have to build any of that. You don't have to get anybody to know you, like you, and trust you before you start making money from trading your skills for dollars. This will work for just anyone who has a digital skill. Anyone at all. I don't care what the digital skill is. It could be coding, it could be designing, it could be data entry, it could be copywriting, it could be social media management, it could be video editing, script writing, article writing, SEO, media buying, and any other digital skill in demand. This will 100% work for you. As long as you have a digital skill, this will work for you. Now, why am I this confident? I'm this confident because apart from myself, my partner here, Messiah, who you can see him on the black shirt, by the way, is top rated plus on Upwork. And over the last few months, he has made well over screenshot here of Messiah's Upwork profile. Okay, and you can see that he has done over $40,000 right here on the platform, and off the platform he has done a lot. By the way, I forgot to say this. There's like a gear icon on the top right of your screen. Click on it, then adjust your video quality. Basically, put it on high quality and all that, and my slides are going to become clear. All right, great. So you can see like some proof to actual gigs and stuff that he has done using Upwork. I'll invite him up shortly, okay? But just before I invite him up, let me tell you what we are going to cover today. Mr. I don't know if you're doing anything from your end, but my slides are just changing. So you may want to avoid your arrow buttons for a bit. All right. Good. So in about 5 to 10 minutes, guys, I'm going to show you how to get more results with your skills, okay? And make 10 times more money by employing systems of leverage. There seems to be a glitch with our slide. Give me a second. But now, secondly, I'm going to now bring Zai up, and then he's going to demystify Upwork. He's going to show you exactly what to do to start earning in dollars. Finally, very importantly, we're going to give you the opportunity to work with us to build your freelancing business or more. Are you ready, guys? If you're ready, I'd like you to type ready in the comments. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, I'd like you to type ready in the comments. Type ready in the comments if you are ready. Are you ready? Type ready in the comments. Type ready in the comments. Type ready in the comments. Are you ready? Type ready in the comments. Are you ready? Let me see. Let me see how many people are ready. Okay. I can see who is ready. Favor. So it's 2022. I'm walking home in the afternoon and I see.
Alright, guys. So I think Joseph Don got cut off. Let's just wait a bit. Let me see if I'll share my screen and I'll just keep on going. Right. So if you are ready, I can see Ajani, I can see Immaculata, Monday, Suzanne. If you're ready, just type in ready. I want to see you ready. I can see Amara. I can see. And something you guys should know about Amara is that Amara is one of the first. Amara is actually the first person I mentored, and she's right here, right? Amara is the first person I mentored, and she has made over $25,000 on Upwork, and you can see her comments right there, which is where she's saying ready. So I'll let Joseph continue.
I think I got lost for a bit there. Something. Can you guys hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know in the comments, please. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it clear? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Messiah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So let's get right into it. So I was trying to give you a backstory. The backstory is 2020. I mean 2022, rather. So in 2022, I'm walking home in the afternoon and I see this guy with a digger. And they're trying to make a drainage or what you call a gutter. And he's, digging, sweating, expanding energy, and all of that. He was working very hard. And, that kind of redefined how I saw hard work. He was working very hard. But even if he works like that every day for the next 10 years, he will make 20 million naira. He's working hard, but the truth is that what he was working hard on does not have the capacity to make him any life-changing money. So at the end of the day, it's not really about how hard you work. It's also about what you're working hard on. Can what you're working hard on give you the kind of life you deserve to live? That is why you need leverage. Now, what does leverage mean? Leverage basically means you put in effort and you get multiple times the results for the effort you put in. That is what leverage means. You put in effort and you get multiple times the results for the effort that you put in. That's what leverage is, basically. So that means the mango tree, I find a way, I come up with a technique where I throw one stone and 10 mangoes fall at once. That is leverage. That is building systems of leverage. Archimedes has this quote. It says, "Give me a lever long enough and I'll change the world." He understood that once you have leverage, then you can achieve great stuff that can transform your life. The first point of leverage is skill. 2 points of leverage that can transform your life. The first point of leverage is skill. Now, if you're skillful, you will be moneyful. In the spirit and power of my friend, you'll be moneyful. So, when you're skillful, right, you increase your chances of getting lucky. For example, let's say you have a skill and your particular skill is, how to dig for treasure. So you know how to dig for treasures or what you call treasure hunting, right? If they find a treasure somewhere and they're looking for someone who will dig up the treasure and get a percentage of that treasure, because you're the one who is skilled in that area, then automatically you're the one who is positioned to make all the money from doing that thing. So you need skill. It's very important. And I'm glad that a lot of you here today already have skill. Now, the second point of leverage, and this is very important for tonight's class, money, is information. So it is not just enough to have the skill. So, for example, you have the skill of treasure digging, and if you did not get that information, that oh, there are people who they are looking for someone who can dig treasures, and then you now presented yourself, to them, and all of that, this will not be made because information can basically change your life. Example. So I have this. I've had anybody sell stuff to them and get them to pay. I got last year in 2022 actually and 2023. I took my closing skills and I worked with the business in Miami, Florida. I took my closing skill and I worked with the business. Somebody said they can't hear me. Messiah, confirm that. Can you hear me from your end?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, but it's breaking a bit. I think your network might be. It's breaking a bit.
Have I been? How long have I
Sorry, you
been
just
reaching
broke
for?
up. A few
I
minutes.
see. A few minutes, like all through the slide. Why did anybody call my attention to it?
But yeah, it's perfect now. It's for some reason it's perfect now.
Oh my god. All right. Um, so like I was saying, I've had the skill of closing for a while. I can close on the phone, and all of that. Literally sell anything to anybody, and and all that over the phone. But I was still playing small. So in 2022 into 2023, I got this, information. I leveraged on it, and I took this my skills and I worked with a particular business in Miami, Florida. In fact, I didn't just work with that business in Miami, Florida. I worked with another business in Houston, Texas. I also worked with another business still in the US. I'm forgetting the exact name of the place right now. And guess what? I took home around $30,000 from this income stream. I was shocked myself. I had to check my account statement December, January to be sure. And I saw that I actually did take home around 30 plus million naira from this income stream alone. If I did not get that information, I'll probably still be playing small. So the question is, how do you take this skill that you have and make thousands of we are about to share with you right now? So I'm going to bring Isaiah up right now to tell you how you can take this skill of yours and make multiple thousands of dollars using Upwork and other freelancing platforms. So Isaiah, you have the floor right now.
Thank you very much for having me. So the first thing I want you guys to do, right? I want you guys to go on the WhatsApp group. I'm guessing everybody here came in from the WhatsApp group. So I want you to go on the WhatsApp group and tell them that Messiah is about to come on right now. So please go on the WhatsApp group. I promise I have something for anybody. If I see you go on the WhatsApp group and you send that message, I'm going to DM you personally, and I'll have something for you. So I want you to go on the WhatsApp group and say Messiah is coming on right now. Go on the WhatsApp group, go on your status. So before we move on, I want you to do that and just again type in ready. I hope you guys can hear me. Can everybody hear me well?
I can hear you, so yeah, I guess everybody can hear you.
Oh, that's perfect. So yeah, I want you to type in your ready, type in your favorite emoji. Let's not even do ready. Type in your favorite emoji. Now I'm going to send. This is not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. I have like 10 favorites. So type in your favorite emoji and I want you to comment right now. Go to the group, say Messiah is coming on, and I also want you to okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people doing that. This is perfect. I am catchy. Chin also favor. Thank you very much. Stephanie, Shegun, Anna, yeah. Please just go on the group, say Messiah is coming on right now, and then I'll just share the link so anybody can join. Right. So yeah, Oluchi, thank you very much. Thank you, Tariela. So yeah, let's move on. This is perfect. So now, first, I'll tell you. Now, some of you guys, if you're here already, you probably already know my story. But if you don't, I'm going to just say it again. right? So my name is Messiah Ekaite, Peep Factory. Sorry, that's not your name. I don't know what your name is. Peep Factory. Yeah. So sorry. Moving on. My name is Messiah Ekaite, and I am a freelancer. Right. I've been a freelancer since 2020. I dabble in. I started freelancing copywriting, but right now I'm doing a bit more of marketing. Right. I started marketing last year, and I have been doing more of that, even more than copywriting for a bit. So you guys, I'm pretty sure Joseph has said it already, but on Upwork, now what you're saying, that $40,000 you're saying as base earnings, if you add that, I've made around $43,000 around there. That's 43,600, and then add that to my direct contract, which actually doesn't even reflect on there. We're going to have around $51,000 I have made on Upwork, and outside Upwork, because right now a lot of the companies I have worked for, they I get paid outside Upwork, because the thing about Upwork is Upwork takes 10%, right? Upwork takes 10 to 20%. So now think of earning $2,000, and then Upwork taking 10%. $2,000 is how much? Or 10% of $2,000 is how much? Is $200, right? So I had to get out of Upwork, because why? That's $200 times 1/8 now, which is how much? I think 360,000 naira, which is why would I just give them 360,000 naira? So yeah, outside Upwork, I've made well over $20,000, and on Upwork itself, I've made over $50,000. Now, I am also top rated plus on Upwork. Now, what that means is I am one of the top 3% of freelancers on Upwork. Now, there are millions of freelancers on Upwork, right? There are millions. I think if I'm not wrong, 12 million. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But if I am not wrong, around 10 to 12 million freelancers on Upwork. Now, being top rated plus means I am one of the top 3% of freelancers on Upwork. I'm also the chief operating officer of Ecoternatives. Now, the thing about Ecoternatives is that I actually got this job on Upwork as a freelancer. But right now, we have a long term contract that is going to exceed a year, right? And it's monthly salary. So now I want you to think of that. And this is something I'm also going to be going into, right, in this webinar. It's something I'm going to be going into. I'll be showing you, I'll be telling you how to turn one-time gigs, because the thing about freelancing is just you get one-time gig, then you move on, you get another gig, right? You move on, you get another gig. Now the thing about that's the thing about freelancing, but I'm going to tell you, sorry, how to turn one-time gig into long-time clients. Now, moving on. Now, remember when I said I started copywriting in 2020? Now, before I started copywriting, now I'm going to do two things. I'm going to tell you guys like three things, right? First, I'll tell you before I started copywriting how my life was, right? And then I'll tell you when I started copywriting, my first 7 months of copywriting, the struggles that I had faced, and then everything after the next 7 months of copywriting, right? Or my first 7 months of copywriting. So before I started copywriting, now, I started working when I was 15 years old. I started working when I was 15 years old. That's when my mom died. I'm from a very, very humble home, right? We lived without electricity. We could not pay NEPA bill for years where I grew up, or where I was born, my house, right? And when my mom died, things went crazy, right? So I started by selling beads, because my mom used to make beads and she taught me how to make beads. So I started by selling beads. I don't know if you guys know of beads, wire works back then, right? It used to be popular at one point. I started by selling that. So I'll go to churches every Sunday and I'll make all these beads and just I'll be showing the women in church. And then I don't know if you guys also know of iron condemn, condemn iron, right? Condemn iron, condemn battery. Yeah, I did that too. I used to pick iron. Me and my friend Diomi back then, we used to pick iron after school. We pick iron and then we sell. We used to sell it on the 14th, 15th of every month. And I was making around 10 to 15,000 naira per month from it, which is right. And back then I was like, oh God, I've made it in life. I always knew I was destined for more, but you understand what I mean. And then I also sold pigeons, right? I also sold pigeons. Back then I will enter ceilings, catch pigeon, and then I used to sell pigeons for this. It's called them babalawo. I don't really want to say babalawo. I'll say abalis. That's not the evil people, but people that are using um leaves to make drugs. Let me just call that to make agbo. Now, when I got to Port Harcourt, right, I got to Port Harcourt 2018, if I'm not wrong. Immediately after my secondary school, I came to Port Harcourt because I was tired, honestly. I was tired of Ibadan, right? I came to Port Harcourt and I started working at this cyber shop, this cyber cafe. I was doing year one registration. I was doing all these things. And I was doing it at 10. My salary back then was 10,000 naira per month. And I was coming Monday to Saturday. My salary was 10,000 naira per month, which is crazy, right? Then after a while, I gained admission into the University of Port Harcourt, first in microbiology and then in pharmacy. But I started teaching tutorials. They used to call me Brainbox back then. I started teaching tutorials, and I was actually doing really well. Like I was already picturing my future. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, so I'll teach tutorials till like graduate. I'll save money every month. When I finish, I'll have enough saved up to travel out of the country. I know a lot of you guys having that hope, right? When you finish, hopefully my daddy is going to, or whatever, whoever is helping you, or if you can help yourself. And that's one thing that this is very important for, right? For you to be able to help yourself. I'm still going to. I've been to 4 countries, right? And the first time I traveled out was when I was 19, by myself on my own, right? So that is also something that that's also something that I think this is going to help you with. So, but Corona happened and everything went down. Everything went down. It was horrible, right? Because everything I was doing was based on students. I was doing 10 papers. I was doing projects. I was teaching tutorials. Every single thing I was doing was based on students. Students, they made me my money, and I was good at selling to them. But then Corona happened. So what happened after Corona? I had to find something else, and I went into copywriting. I found copywriting. I found freelancing. That was around May of 2020, May June of 2020, if I am not wrong. And then let me tell you how my first 7 months of copywriting was. Joseph, can you please move to the next slide? Thank you very much. So now I want to, for my first 7 months of copywriting. Now I know, see, it's like we all know there's nothing you do in life where you not struggle at first, or where you not have to like just like keep hitting and keep working hard and stuff at first. But the truth is, my first 7 months of copywriting, if I had all the information that I have right now, I would not have gone through those 7 months at all. Now I know that those 7 months helped me get to this level, but then now my first 7 months of copywriting, I call it 7 months of hardship, right? 7 months of hardship. I was using a borrowed laptop. My laptop was a television. Let me just call it that. My laptop was a television and it was a borrowed laptop. If I unplug it like this, bam, my laptop was off. And I could not even close the laptop. If you close the laptop, the screen will break. So the laptop had to be open every time. So it's like, now think of that, me carrying that, trying to carry that in a bag, right, and going anywhere. You understand? Carrying laptop like as if I'm carrying a baby back then, and then be looking for where there is lights using ICTC data back then. And luckily, I got a job, right? I got a job with an HMO in Lekki through cold emailing, actually, which is the first way I started freelancing. But with this job, I was working Monday to Saturday. Yes, Saturday even. And this is a company that they were not even open on Saturday. Like, why exactly are you giving me work to do on Saturday when you're not open on Saturday? Like, what exactly is going on? Well, anyways, I was working Monday to Saturday, right? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you are here and you've worked for any Nigerian company, you should know how annoying meetings are. Meetings can be very, very annoying. Like, we've closed work by 5 p.m. Then just leave me the F alone, right? Sorry for my French, but just leave me alone, let me rest. But we are going to have meeting from that 5 p.m. or from 5:30, and this meeting is going to stretch till 7. This meeting is going to stretch till 8, and you are paying me 25,000 naira. How exactly, like, what data am I supposed to use? Like, look at Anastasia complaining about my data. What data exactly am I supposed to use? And that was on 25,000 naira per month salary. Do you know how horrible that was? And no bonus, right? I was working hard Monday to Saturday, no bonus. Now the company Ecoternatives I'm working on, no, I'm not even talking about my salary. My bonus last month was $400, right? That was just my bonus. $400. That was my bonus. That was not even my salary. But this company, I was working Monday to Saturday for no bonus at all. So I was being overworked. I was being overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed because I was almost depressed. I was like, God, is this what freelancing is? But truth is, that's not what freelancing is, right? Earning 30, 40, 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, that's not what freelancing is. You get what I'm trying to say? How much is $500 right now? $500 is around almost a million, right? Now that's why you say, okay, yes, you are working from the comfort of your home. You understand? And even though there's like a long way to go from there, you know that, okay, yes, at least you're earning in 7 figures. Because if you're not earning in 7 figures in this country, with the way things are going. But anyways, let me keep going. I was overworked Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. meetings of 3 hours sometimes. I was overwhelmed because I was almost depressed, right? And then I was being underpaid and underappreciated, because I can tell you that I gave my life to that company, right? At that point in time. At that point in time, even though I was not very skilled, I gave my life to that company. And then what happened? No bonuses at all. 25,000 naira that I was still beg for. Do you know how to message? Please, you've not sent it yet, sir. You've not sent it yet. You know, you've not sent the money yet. I'm thinking of my tummy. I'm hungry, right? I need to subscribe. my data, and I'm still begging. You've not sent it yet, sir. So I don't know if you've forgotten. On top of my own money that I have worked for, right? But anyways, that was so when I started freelancing the right way. What happened? Everything changed, right? We did not edit it, but I have made over $50,000 on Upwork, and I have made over $20,000 outside Upwork. Right? I am also top rated plus on Upwork, which I mentioned before. I work on my own time and in my own space. Like you can see me, guys, right here. I am using my I'm using my standing table, my ergonomic standing table, as you can see. Then I'm actually in my office area actually, but I'm using my standing table for this course right now, or for this webinar right now. So I work in my own time, in my own space. And when I mean in my own space, I mean I have worked in the plane. I've worked while traveling. When I was going to the UK, I worked, right? When I was going to Benin Republic, I worked. I worked in Egypt. I worked, I worked, I work everywhere, right? So I work in my own space when I want. I've worked in Ubers. I've worked in boats, right? Then I've also traveled to 3 countries every year since I was 19, right? I've been to 3 countries outside Nigeria. I remember the first time I traveled when I was 19. I just started making like good money. Things have started changing a bit, right? From copywriting, and I remember I called my dad and I told my dad, Daddy, I'm traveling. And I was like, what do you mean you're traveling? I said I'm traveling to Benin Republic. Because like, what do you mean you're traveling to Benin Republic? Blah, blah, blah. Because he did not even know, right? He did not know. And another thing I'm happy about is since then I've put my dad on a salary, which is amazing, right? So I remember the first time I traveled, I was 19. Then I traveled at 20 and 21. Right, I clocked 2020. I clocked 22 late last year. So hopefully I'll still travel this year. I'm working on that, right? Now something is I also put my dad and my younger sister on a salary. I take care of my dad every single month for 3 years now. The last 2 years now, I've also taken care of my sister, right? And it's not the cheapest, but yeah, I do my best, right? I do my best for my family because I'm all about family. So now, how does freelancing work? Now, if you're here, I am hoping you already have a skill, right? I'm hoping you already have a skill. It doesn't matter what that skill is. It doesn't matter if it's copywriting or coding or designing, analytics, whatever your skill is. I am just hoping you already have a skill, because if you have a skill, then this is going to be very, very helpful. Now, I know I saw Yusuf say he doesn't have a skill. I would still say still stick around, right? Stick around. Maybe text me on WhatsApp or something, but stick around first. But I would say I hope you already have a skill if you're here. This is mostly for people who already have digital skills. Now, I'll tell you what freelancing is if you don't already know, right? Now, freelancing is like being your own boss. If you have a skill, whatever the skill is, if you have a digital skill that you can do from your laptop for anywhere, any service you can deliver, if you have a skill, now instead of working for just one company, right, and getting paid maybe whatever the company is going to pay you, you can offer your services to many different clients, project per project, right? And you can work on multiple projects at once, right? If you are like me, you can work on multiple projects at once, and you can also work on multiple projects within a month, and you get paid for each one, right? And what I try to do is I try to have projects that are common, right? And then I also have a stable job. So I always make sure, I have one stable and then projects that are common, which is something I'm also going to be telling you about. So freelancing in simple terms is being your own boss. You work in your own house, you work anywhere you want to work, right? Like I do. But instead of working for just one company, you can offer your services to many different clients, entrepreneurs, companies, project by project. So now moving on. Okay, I'm not sure if Joseph is still here. Joseph, please, we need to move to the next slide.
Joseph is here and
Perfect.
he has moved to the next slide. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. So how does it work? Now, this is how freelancing works generally, right? This is like the general, let me say, 5,000 feet overview of freelancing. Now, the first thing is you find your work. You find the work. And this is where most people have issues with, right? You already have the skill. You've attended the boot camp. You've paid for this course. You've learned coding, or you've learned at least, because you don't need to be an expert, right? You don't need to be an expert, but you've learned coding to an extent. You've learned copywriting to an extent. You've learned designing to an extent. Whatever you've learned, analytics to an extent, web design like Tony here, right? Whatever you've learned to an extent, right? You need to find work, and this is where a lot of people have issues with, right? Finding work. So now the next thing you do after you found a job as a freelancer is you now pitch, or you bid, or you outbound. Now what outbound means is you just like, you've not even seen the job yet, you're just reaching out to these guys, and then sometimes you inbound. That's the work comes to you. This, which is also something I'm going to be talking about, and it's something that's happened to me so many times, right? Where they reach out to me and work comes to me. So you find work, say, okay, this is the job post, this is whatever job board you're using. It could be Upwork, it could be freelancer.com, it could be LinkedIn, right? Whatever job board you're using, freelancing platform, whatever, you find the work, which is everywhere. The truth is, there are so many jobs, and then you pitch for these jobs, or you bid, or you outbound, or sometimes you inbound, right? You also work towards inbounding, and then you work on the projects in your own time and comfy space. Because the thing is, when you get freelancing jobs, you tell them, okay, this is when I'm going to work, and this is when I'm going to deliver. All you need to do is to just stick with that. Honestly, it's as simple as that. You tell them when you're going to work, you tell them when you're going to deliver, or they give you their timing. If it works with you, you'll be like, okay, yes. If it doesn't, you'll be like, okay, can we adjust a bit and do this time? You get what I'm trying to say? But it's in your own time and in your own comfy space. And then you get paid in dollars or pounds. And I don't mean dollars or pounds in bank rates. I mean dollars or pounds in aboki rates. How much is a dollar now? A dollar is 1,750. Horrible where the country is going, but oh well. Dollar is 1,750 and a pound is 2,170, at least around 2,170 per pound. So now think about what earning, even though it's just $200. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you how to start earning at least $500 per month. But I want you to think about, even though you're just earning $200, what's that, right? That's 350,000 naira. Just look at the difference. And do you know how easy it is to get a $200 job? Or there are a lot of them out there that they want to pay you $200 per month. Why? Because they are cheating you. You get what I'm trying to say? But then you can also find better jobs. There are a lot of better jobs out there. So now you get paid, and then when you get paid, you rinse and repeat. What does that mean? You find work again, you pitch, you work on the project, you submit, you get paid. So now moving on. Now that's how freelancing works generally. Like I said, from a 5,000 feet overview. Now, what do freelancers do wrongly, and what did I do wrongly in my first 7 months of freelancing? Now, I will sum this up to 3 words: lack of knowledge. Now, there's something I have always said: knowledge is poverty, in my opinion, right? Sorry, ignorance is poverty. If you don't know, you just don't know, right? Like Joseph said, there was an information he did not have, and then because he did not have the information, he could not implement it. But what happens immediately? He implemented the information. He made 30 million naira. That's mind blowing, right? So I can sum this up to 3 words, and what a lot of freelancers do wrongly, unless you are lazy or whatever. But this is lack of knowledge, and the fact is, most freelancers just don't know. Now, don't they know? Let me tell you. Okay, so they have the skills. You have the skill. Like you said, Tony, you're a web designer. Peep Factory, you're into programming. Anastasia wants to learn copywriting or coding. You have the skills. And even if it's rudimentary, even if you're not an expert here, nobody is looking for you to be an expert, right? But they just don't know what to do next. You don't know what to do next. You've gotten this skill. You've paid for a boot camp. You've paid for masterclass. You've paid for courses. Some of us have even taken more than one course, right? If you are here, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people here who have taken more than one course. But then you just don't know what to do next. And the problem with most of these courses is that they just abandon you. Okay, now I've taught you, go into the world and multiply. How? You get what I'm trying to say? So now, even with all the blogs and YouTube videos, you still do not know how to sell your skills, because the truth is, a lot of these people are not going to just give you this information, right, for free. They'll just tell you the basics. But even with all the blogs and YouTube videos out there, you still do not know how to sell your skills. That's the problem most freelancers have, right? And what I did wrong in my first 7 months. Please can we move on to the next slide? Exactly. So moving on, they don't know how to charge, right? What should you charge? They don't know how to stand out in a sea of other freelancers. Like I said, there are 10 million freelancers on Upwork alone. We still have freelancer.com, right? We still have people per hour. We still have there are different. There are so many different types, and on Upwork alone, there are 10 million. How do you stand out among 10 million people, right? All pitching for, there are 6,000 jobs dropped on Upwork each day. 6,000 jobs dropped on Upwork each day, and then there are 10 million freelancers. Now, how do you stand out, right? Now, a lot of people do not know how to stand out, and they also do not know if freelancing is profitable, because the truth is, there are a lot of things you try and then it doesn't work, right? And I'd like to think the reason why it doesn't work is because why? Because, like I said, lack of knowledge, ignorance. You just don't know what the people who are winning, what they know. So now moving on. Yeah, next slide, please. So, like I said, I'm just going to break this down into bullets. Now, aside from not knowing, aside from lack of knowledge, right? Another thing is that you might be trying too hard, and this might be weird, right? You are trying too hard. Now, what that means is desperate freelancers. Now, clients know how to sniff out desperate freelancers, right? And when they sniff out desperate freelancers, there are two things, right? Either they think maybe you just don't have the skill enough, or you're not good enough to be hired elsewhere, right? Or they try to lowball you. Now, what does it mean when they lowball you? Is when they know that, okay, this thing they would have paid $600, $1,000 somewhere else, but they want to pay you 150. So either you are trying too hard and you're desperate, which is also something that I did, right? Like, why do you think I was working Monday to Saturday? I was working 9 hours per day and earning 25,000 naira per month because I was desperate. I was hungry and I just needed to eat, right? I needed to eat. Now, what else? Not trying enough, and these are lazy freelancers. And I'll be very, very honest with you. There are so many people. There are so many people who fall into this category. There are so many people who want to go into freelancing, but they fall into this category. So now, what I would say before I even move on to the next bullet point, what I would say is, if you know you are lazy, now we need to be honest with ourselves. I think I'm lazy, right? But if you know you are lazy, one thing I would say is change, right? Or improve, or try to improve. Because if not, if you're going to keep being lazy, because the truth is you cannot afford to be lazy, right? You need to eat, you need to make this money, you cannot afford to be lazy. But if you're like, oh yeah, well, I'm a lazy person, that's like my persona, then I truly do not think you should be here, right? Now, moving on, selling to the wrong client, which is another issue I had, right? I was giving the same service, because the exact same service I was working 9 to 5 for, right? And delivering for 25,000 naira per month. I was also doing this exact same service last year, working 3 hours per day, Monday to Friday, which is 15 hours per week, for back then a 1 million naira a month. The exact same thing, right? The exact same thing. So selling to the wrong clients can also put you in trouble. Now, something else is weak positioning. That means you're not even in the right places, right? You're not in the right places. Where you need to be, you're not there, right? You're not on Upwork, you're not on LinkedIn, which I think every freelancer needs to be on LinkedIn, right? Your LinkedIn is not optimized, so you have weak positioning, and you're also self-absorbed, right? The truth is you cannot be self-absorbed if you want to be a freelancer. Why? Because these people are not hiring you just to pay you, they are hiring you to solve a problem that they have, and you need to be able to be selfless enough to put their problem first. Yes, you need money, but you also need to be selfless enough to put their problem first. So no, you should not be self-absorbed. And that's why you start saying about me, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. When you're supposed to be talking about your client, you can do this, you can do this. Oh, sorry, I can do this for you, right? Or you need this and I can deliver. You get what I'm trying to say? So now moving on. Now, something else a lot of people, and this is very common, and this is very because I have also hired, right? I've also hired a lot of freelancers. Like I said, I'm the CEO of Alternatives, and I have had to hire. Um, Now, one problem is where a lot of freelancers use, and this is a problem with lazy freelancers, where you use generic or cut and paste proposals, right? Why? Because you want to pitch for every single job out there. You want to pitch for all the jobs as they are coming out. So what do? You pitch for this one, bam. You copy, cut and paste, pitch for this one, cut and paste, pitch for this one. No, it's going to be really, really hard. And I'll be honest with you, I tried it too, right? I would not even say I was like generic, but it took me 13 pitches on Upwork to get my first job, right? That was not my first job as a freelancer because I had cold emailed, right? But it took me 13 pitches, even with experience, right? Why? Because I was using generic and cut and paste proposals. I was going online for templates that did not work. So something else is competing on price alone. Now you think because you are the cheapest, you'll be hired. Ha! you're in for a world of surprise. No, you being cheaper than everybody else doesn't mean you'll be hired, right? Because being cheap, a lot of people equate being cheap to low quality, right? So if for something that another freelancer is charging $50 or is charging $100 or $1,000, and you're like, see, I'll do it for $100 instead of 1,000, or I'll do it for $20 instead of 100, right? Now the truth about that is um they are going to look at it as low quality, which is something that I've also done. I've also seen this thing as, okay, this is just this person doesn't probably is not good enough, or this person is new. You get what I'm trying to say? Or this person is desperate, like I said. Now, something else is also relying on one platform. Relying on one platform is the death of every freelancer. Upwork alone is not enough. Coding alone is not enough. LinkedIn alone is not enough. Freelancer.com alone is not enough. Fiverr alone is not enough. And that's just the truth. If you really want to succeed, you cannot rely on one platform. And then something else, and this is common not just for freelancing, but everywhere, in every hustle, is giving up when you don't achieve instant success. And that's not how things work. Right? You don't just go and I say this thing often. Even people that do crime, right? Even the people that we call Yahoo Yahoo. Do you think they just start today and cash out today? Nah, they don't. You understand? Crazy thing is these guys even work harder than most of you guys. But still that's just the thing, right? You don't give up when you don't achieve instant success. No, what you do is you work towards it, you improve. Right. So please moving on. Yeah. So now what you should do instead, and the first thing I want you to do is increase your pricing now. And I know that's very surprising, right? That is that's very surprising. But you should increase your pricing now. Right? If you are charging $20, start charging $25, start charging $30. Why? Because like I said, a lot of these companies, they now it's like you need to be realistic, right? If the industry standard is $50 and you want to charge $1,000, then you're like, damn, what's your problem, right? Or if the industry standard is $1,000 and you want to charge $20,000 or $10,000 or even $5,000, it's like, okay, yeah, you might be overdoing. Maybe if you charge 2,000, maybe even you get the job, right? But what I would say is increase your pricing now. If the industry standard is $100, or if the industry standard for a service, maybe 100 words of an article or whatever, right, is $100, 1,000 words of an article, let's say it's $100. Now, what I would say is that if the industry standard is $100 and right now you are charging $50, now what I would say is increase your pricing, go to 100. So increase your pricing now, right? You are not low quality. Even if you are just getting better, right? You are not low quality. Now, one thing I will also say is utilize more than one platform in synergy. Now, I could have said utilize more than one platform. But why did I say utilize more than one platform in synergy? Now, what that means is now let's say you got a job on Upwork, right? Let's say you get a job on Upwork and you've pitched for the job. Now, what I would advise you to do, how you utilize other platforms in synergy is you reach out to that exact same client. Reach out to that client through cold emailing. Reach out to that client through LinkedIn. Now, if you can, reach out to that client on Twitter. And this is something that I have done. Right? Every single thing I am telling you are things that I have done, are things that I have led that have led to my success. Right? Let's say you found the job on Upwork, or let's say you found the job on LinkedIn. You pitch for the job or you submit your resume on LinkedIn. You reach out to the hiring manager, right? You reach out on Twitter if you can. Reach out to the CEO. Cold email. You get what I'm trying to say? Utilize more than one platform, but don't just use. Okay, I'm pitching for this job here. I'm reaching out for this job here. I'm reaching out for this job here. I'm reaching out for no. I said when you reach out for one job on one platform, make sure you're using at least more than one, at least two platforms to reach out to for that exact job. Now, something is also to look for people who are getting it right and learn from them. Now, this is very very important, right? Why? Because when I started copyright, I remember when I started copywriting, I had only 2,000 naira in my account, and I had to learn right from Isaiah Bigbemi. I had no idea what copywriting was. So I reached out to Isaiah Bigbemi and I begged him. I was like, please, sir, let me pay 1.5 for this course. And then when I pay 1.5 for this course, I'll use the remaining 500 naira to sub and actually take the course. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's how broke I was back then. And he agreed. Thank God for me, right? Thank God for me, he agreed. And I paid 1.5 for the course. And then I learned. Now, to be honest, no, I did not learn every single thing I needed to know about copywriting from Isaiah Bigbemi. But what happened? I reached out, I went on Facebook and I joined all these groups. And I reached out to people who would mentor me. And there are so many of them. There are sites where you would see people who are just willing to mentor you for free. And I'm still going to tell you guys about this, right? Where you see people who are already experts. Now, these guys are not going to mentor you to get jobs. This and that's the thing. They will only mentor you for your skills, right? They'll mentor you for your skills. So what you want to do is to look for people who are getting it right and learn from them. And then the last thing I would always say is always overdo. Now, I would like to think this is my mantra. I like to think this is my mantra, but always and always overdo. Every single way. If you are asked to do one and you have the capacity to do two, I would ask you to do three. And that's just it, to be very honest with you, because it is something that I have done time and time and time again. I am a top rated plus copywriter on Upwork. I get job invites now. I don't need to pitch for jobs like that. I get job invites. But so what do I still overdo, right? I still overdo, and that's how I'm able to build long-term contracts. So please, moving on. So that's what I think you should, that is a part of what I think you should do instead. So please, moving on. So now I want you to imagine yourself 12 months from now. Now, I hope I had all this information when I was younger, right? But I want you to imagine yourself 12 months from now, that you finally figured this freelancing thing out. I want you to picture yourself this December, and you're the one bringing money to celebrate. New Year, and you're the one bringing money, right? You're the one buying banger, you're the one, whatever you do for your New Year, right? I want you to think of that. You finally figured this freelancing thing out, and you're now earning between $500 to $1,500 per month, at least. And this is at least. Now, how much is $500? Is how much now? $500 times 500 times 1,750. That's almost a million. If I'm not wrong, right? That is almost a million. Now, I want you to think of earning at least $500 to $1,500 per month by the end of this year, and you even having clients who are placing you on a retainership. Now, I want you to think of that, right? How different would your life be? What are the things that you want to get right now that you cannot get? Why? Because you're not just earning enough. Now, I want you to think about that. I really want you to think about that deeply. Um, Moving on, please. Let me see. Exactly. So, what would your life look like? It's something I've said already. So that maybe you finally be able to afford the good things you've always wanted. Right? I was able to travel out of the country. Yeah, I like that. He said he's thinking about it. Digital earning palace. So like I said, I was 19 when I left the country for my first time. Right? I traveled out last year. I came back from the UK last year. By this year, I'm still planning to travel before the end of this year. And then what else? Right? Maybe you'll be able to take care of your loved ones better. I take care of my dad. I take care of my sister. These guys, they're on a salary every month on the 21st. Every month, I don't miss it. I send money to my dad and I send money to my sister. I want you to think, maybe you'll be able to take care of your loved ones better, or maybe you don't even have to disturb them for anything. Maybe you don't have to beg. Honestly, I'll be very honest with you. That's enough motivation. Maybe you do not have to beg. So please, moving on. Or like I did my dad, right? Like I did my dad. Maybe you finally retire your mom or your dad and put her on a salary, right? I put my dad on a salary, right? Moving on. Or maybe you travel, which is something else I have done. Maybe you travel out of the country for a vacation. Like I said, I've been to 3 countries, one each year since I was 19. Now, it is 100% possible. Now, why would I say it's 100% possible? Because I was able to do it. I went from what Yoruba call it shagolo shagolo, condemn iron. I went from picking iron right after school to sell. I went from catching pigeons. Do you know how hard it is to enter ceiling and catch pigeon? My partner in crime, or my partner back then almost died. He fell through from a ceiling to the ground. I went from that to what I have right now. Exactly. Total man, buying land and taking care of your sister. That is just amazing. But the truth is, you can do all this. You can have the baby girl life you want, Anastasia. You can do all this. But all you have to do is learn how to do it the right way. You just have to learn how to do things the right way. So now, exactly, continuing your startup. So let's moving on. So, and the good news is we can show you. I can show you. Joseph John we can show you. Moving on. Now, if you want that, please type yes. If you are right here and you want me to show you exactly how to achieve the life you want, right? I want you to type yes in the comments. Yes, God will help you. Yes, God will help you. You have to help yourself. Type yes, please. If you would want that, type yes. If there are things that you have seen, right? There are things you want to be able to afford that you just cannot yet. And the truth is, there are things that I want to afford at this point that I still can't, but I'm working towards it, right? But I know for a fact that 4 years ago, I don't have the money to travel out of the country. I don't have the money to have fun, right? But yes, please type yes. Show me exactly. Oh, I like that. I like that. Type in yes. I will even type in yes because even me, I want to know. Let me type in yes. Let me join you guys. Right? Yeah. A few more yeses. That's perfect. Ajani, thank you very much. Miracle, thank you very much. Great. I can see your yes. Peep Factory. Yeah, you say you will marry. Well, if that's what you want, right? I'm 22. I'm not looking to marry yet, but yeah, if that's what you want. York, Suzanne. Yes, I love seeing this. So now moving on. Annie. Yeah, I love seeing that. Now, you typed yes, if you typed yes, then let me introduce you to. Please, can we see it? Drum roll. I don't know. Let me. I don't know if you guys can hear the drum. Let me try to put my speaker. I don't know if you guys can hear the drum. Let me put in the drum roll. The Profitable Freelancing Academy. The Profitable Freelancing Academy. Now, let me tell you what we have in the Profitable Freelancing Academy. Now, if you follow everything in this training, it took me months to actually finish recording this, and it took me years to learn every single thing that I thought in this. But if you follow everything in this training religiously, how you go to church every Sunday, how you if you go on midweek service, if you follow everything religiously, then I promise you there is absolutely no reason why you will not start earning at least $500 within the next 21 days. Now, I will tell you why I give that number 21 days. Now, I would like to think it will take you at least 7 days to finish the course, right? It take you at least 7 days to finish the course, like writing notes, going through it again, skimming. You understand? It take you at least 7 days to finish the course. It take you another 7 days. That's 1 week. Now, let's say your LinkedIn account is not optimized. You don't have an Upwork account at all. You don't have a cold email address, right? Now, if that's why I put 21 days. So let's say the first 7 days is you taking the course religiously, right? Because I'm also putting in your own personal schedule. Then the second week, which is the next 7 days, 7 to 14 days, is you actually implementing. Now, I can tell you that in 21 days, the 7 days after, where the results of everything you've been implementing start showing. Now, there is no reason why you should not start earning at least $500 per month in 21 days if you follow everything religiously. Now, let me tell you, or let me show you what I'm going to be showing you in that course. Okay, now I know what you're wondering. It can't be that easy, right? What's the catch? I promise you, I'll be asking the exact same thing too, right? You're right. There's no reason. You're completely right. I would also ask the same question. So please, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a get rich quick scheme, right? You are solving a real problem for real businesses who need, and I'm not saying want, they need this solution, right? You have a skill and you're solving their problem. So now it requires hard work and it requires commitment, it requires consistency and a burning desire to make money, right? I was hungry. When I got into freelancing. But then I said, if this isn't you, right? If this isn't you, right? If you don't have a burning desire to make money, if you don't have a skill to offer to solve a problem that they have, then this will not work for you. Now, this is just me telling you the truth, right? Now, let's go into this where I'm being as transparent as possible with you. Now, it also will not work for you if you're impatient, right? You need to put in the work and actually put in the work. It will not work if you are lazy, which is very important, right? It will not work if you are lazy. I've said this before for lazy freelancers. Moving on. Joseph, please, next slide. Oh, I think we're having issues with the slide. But let me see. Just give me a second, please. Perfect. Now, something else is if you are not coachable. Now, I'll be honest, there are a lot of people that are not coachable, right? You don't want to learn, or you don't want to learn from somebody because it's like I said, you cannot be self-absorbed. the truth is everybody is unique. Everybody is unique. But to say you're special is something else. Now we're all special to ourselves, and that's perfectly fine. But when it gets to a point where it affects where your ego, you understand, affects your ability to learn, then I'm telling you, this will not work for you. Right? It won't work for you if you are not coachable. Now, if you quit easily, now I'm not even saying don't wait, just leave. Right? If you know you are somebody who you are not ready to put in the work, but you quit easily, then please leave right now. This is not for you. But moving on, dot dot dot. If you are coachable, right? If you are hungry for success, if you want information, right? You want training that is guaranteed. I'll say that word again, guaranteed to always make you money, then this is for you. If you don't want to be stranded again, then this is for you. Moving on. Now, especially if you want to have a predictable way of making at least $500 per month. If you want to be able to afford the things you want without having to calculate how much to save, like, okay, I want to get this bag, and it's just like a 20, 30, 40,000 naira bag, and then you have to plan for 3 weeks, right, before you can buy it, or to not be tied down to a location, right? You want to be able to travel the world, because this is something you can do if you want, right? This is for you, especially if you want these things. Then you would love what I'm about to tell you. You would love what I am about to tell you next. Now, what I want to share with you is the profitable freelancing course, right? The profitable freelancing course. And I can see some people here who have gotten it already. Ayomide. But the profitable freelancing course is what I want to tell you about. So now, the value of this course is 850,000 naira. And then what I'm going to be showing you, or what I'm going to be teaching you in this course, like I said, what I'm going to be coaching you in this course is how to make money as a freelancer. I am not teaching you a skill, right? I am not teaching you how to code. I am not teaching you how to write. I am not teaching you how to design. No, 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 no. I want you, yeah, don't be scared, Peep Factory. But wait, I am not teaching you any of these things. No, I am teaching you how to make money as a freelancer. And I'll be very honest with you, this value that we put in here, that, okay, this is what this course is worth. Now, I want you to think about this. I have made over $70,000 from these things I am about to show you. We have Amarachiko Onueze, who also, she was in this comment. She has made over $25,000 using these exact same steps that I'm going to show you in this course. Please, let's move on. We have people like Victor. We have people like Elo that I have coached, I have mentored personally, right? And these guys have made thousands of dollars, and every single one of them actually came from having no skill at all, right? The first thing we did with them, the first thing that I did with them was show them, okay, this is the skill you need to learn, or this is, check this out. What do you vibe with? What can you do, right? And then you do it, right? Thank you very much, Amarachiko Onueze. She has made over $25,000 on Upwork, and that is what I'm going to be showing you. The profitable freelancing course. I'm going to show you how to be profitable. Now, this is very, very important. How to be profitable, how to pay yourself for the time you spend, right? And something else you'll be getting is a private community, access to me. Now, I don't know if any of you have tried to reach me, you know how very difficult I am to reach. Why? Because I am always so super busy, right? But for this community, I am going to give you my focus, right? Any questions you have, any collaborations, if there are job opportunities, because like I said, I work with a lot of these companies, and sometimes we need to hire for this role. Sometimes we need to hire for this role. If there are job opportunities, I'll also be sharing job opportunities here, right? I'll check out Upwork. If there are jobs that I think you could pitch for, I'll check out Fiverr even. LinkedIn, if there are jobs that I think, okay, somebody here can pitch for, then I'll say, okay, this is a job. Now, if you can write, perfect, please do this. If you get what I'm trying to say. Now, you are going to have access to my private community where you can network with other freelancers who are also going through the same thing that you've gone through, or who have also passed the same thing that you've gone through. Or if you are new, right? You meet a lot of people, and you also get access to available job opportunities. Now, the value we're putting at this is at 400,000 naira, but God knows, and I know, right, that access is way more than that. Now, I'll also be sharing you my remote job blueprint. Now, it took me a while, right? It took me a while and a lot of convincing from Joseph Don, yeah, which I think a lot of you guys need to tell Joseph Don, thank you. But it took me a while and a lot of convincing to actually agree to teach this. Why? Because it's my bread and butter, right? Because I'm going to be showing you exactly how I right, exactly how I get jobs, right? And I will tell you this, and this is not to brag, this is not to brag, but I will tell you that if I pitch for 5 jobs, I can assure you that I will get 5 jobs. I'm going to be showing you how I do that, right? I'll be showing you my what I call my overdo, the way I overdo, you understand, the way I always take the extra effort. I will show you how to find these jobs and then how to apply for these jobs. All I need from you is you need the drive. You need to be hungry to make this money, right? And you need, right, you need to have the skill. If you have those two things, then I would be showing you how to find jobs and how to apply for these jobs the right way. Moving on. Now, this is what we call fast action bonuses. And fast action bonuses are for people who who reach out to us today, right, on the next 48 hours. Now, the first bonus is a collection of all my Upwork job pitches. Every single successful job pitch that I have pitched on Upwork, my exact template. Actually, I would never say, I would say my exact framework. I like calling it a framework, right? Because you will see why. You will see why, I promise. But I like calling it a framework. But I'll be showing you a collection of all my Upwork job pitches, the proposal, the successful. I would show you plain and clear. You will see everything from the first job I ever got on Upwork to the last job I got, right? I will show you every single thing. And the retail value for this right here, we're writing 200,000, but I promise you, we're just being humble, right? So the second bonus is I would also show you a collection of all my how to get clients on LinkedIn, and I'll show you all my LinkedIn outbound, because this is also something I've done, right? I've also done LinkedIn outbound. Like I said, I use more than one platform. I also reach out to clients out of Upwork, which is on LinkedIn. Now, I would show you how to get clients on LinkedIn with or without pitching. Without even pitching, I get jobs. I would show you exactly how to do that. Now, the third bonus is how to get clients through cold email. And I will be showing you my exact cold emailing frameworks and techniques. All the cold emails I've sent out that have gotten me jobs, I am going to show you those exact frameworks, and I will show you how I wrote this, how I got the person's email. I will show you down to how I wrote the personalized first line, which is something you are going to learn about, and I'm still going to talk about, right? I'll show you how I've personalized first lines, and I will show you the next bonus is I would also show you how to get new jobs from old clients, even if they don't post. And I know it might sound crazy, but this is something that I have done, right? How to get new jobs from old clients, even if they don't post for the job. Now, the retail value we're writing for this is 100,000 naira. Fair enough, I guess. Now, what you'll be getting all together, here's all you're getting from us. First, the profitable freelancing course, which we said the value is 800,000 naira, right? 850 if I'm not even wrong. 800, 850,000. You have access to my private community, which is valued at 450,000 naira. You have access to my remote job blueprints. Every single thing I know about getting jobs, every single thing I've learned over the last 3 years, every single thing that has made me every dollar I have made as a freelancer, I will be showing you, right? Then the first bonus is collation of all my successful job pitches, all my LinkedIn clients getting framework and templates, my cold email clients getting framework and templates, and the total value that I'm calculating this at is 1.9 million. Now, I'll tell you again, we are just being very humble with this, right? So moving on. Now, what will it cost you? Now, obviously, we know everything is worth 1.9 million, but not a lot of people will be able to pay 1.9 million for this. And that's just the truth. That's just us. Because why I understand the situation of the economy, right? I know that a dollar is 1,800 naira now. And I know how it has started increasing things recently. I know last time I bought fuel, I bought it at 850. When Joseph Don told me he bought it at 750, I was like, oh, how much have I lost? Right? Well, fuel 750 per liter. Do you know how horrible that is? And this thing has affected the price of food stuff. I don't even know why it's affecting the price of rent. It's not like our houses are moving, but it's affecting the price of rents too. Right? It's also affecting the prices of transportation. Everything is expensive. It is hard enough to live in Nigeria, and even harder when you don't have a means of earning in dollars, not naira, in dollars. So now, what will this cost you? So instead of 1.9 million that this course is worth. Now, let me remind you. Now, remember that these exact same things I'll be teaching you have made me well over 80 million naira. And the three people I have mentored, Amarachuku is here, Ajo Victor's younger brother is actually here. But the three people I have mentored have made over 50 million naira combined. So the truth is, there is no, if you are adding these two together, that's just 130 million naira. Now, there is no question about its worth, right? If I actually choose to sell it for 1.9 million, it is worth 1.9 million, right? I could sell this, he says affecting the price of marriage, but I could sell this to the foreign audience for that 1.9 million. So there is no question about what it is worth. Now, moving on. But because of the situation of things in this country, I'll be giving all of this out for only, I'm saying only 100,000 naira. But wait, do not be discouraged. I am not done yet. Now, I'll be giving this out for only 100,000 naira. But like I said, I'm not done. Moving on. But for anybody who is serious about their financial status, if you are tired of being broke, right, and you pay for this course in the next 48 hours from now, right, which is almost 10 p.m., I'll start counting from 8 p.m. 8 p.m. today, Friday, till 8 p.m. on Sunday. I'll be giving this at for almost free. I'm saying this almost free because of what this course is worth, how it can change your life, right? I'll be giving this at for 65% off. Now, what does that mean? 65% off of 100,000 naira is what? 35,000 naira. Now, I promise you, this is the best giveaway I have ever done. Right? This is the best giveaway I have ever done. This is me literally giving you this for free at 35,000 naira. So now moving on. But still, that is not all you'll be getting. Now I put this one, the sweet part for the last part. I put this sweet section last. So now let me tell you what I call a super bonus. The super bonus you'll be getting. And that is a short course on personalized icebreakers. Now, this personalized ice breaking skill. Now, remember why I said I've made over $80,000, right, as a freelancer. This skill on its own has made me at least $30,000. This skill. So it's a skill that you are going to be using, right? I'm going to be showing you how to do this skill now, mostly for pitching, right, on how to get jobs. But I'm also going to be teaching you enough that you can also offer it as a skill yourself. This skill has made me over $30,000, and I'm going to show you proof. But it has also made two of my mentees over, and I put $27,000. But Amara messaged me this evening that she has actually made over $25,000. Now, if we're adding that to this over $6,000 that Elo has made, we're looking at $31,000 for the people, for two of my mentees, and over $30,000 for myself. Right now, let me just show you proof, so you don't even think. Now, I messaged one of my clients who is already paying me outside Upwork, and I messaged him that please, you can see this is from February 22. I told him about what I have, this webinar that I have. So we have to end this class just so you see, and then he puts me. You can see the review there. Now, what's the job post there? Code email personalized first line writer. You can search my name right now, Messiah Ekaite, and go on Upwork. This is the first thing you would see. Look at the amount I've made: $32,000 from just this alone. And I am going to be teaching you. And I'm not even talking. This is a skill on its own. Right? This is a skill on its own. First line writing. Now just read that testimonial. We hired Messiah originally to write first lines for Code Email campaign, and out of hundreds of candidates, like you can see, the way I'm going to be teaching you, right? Out of hundreds of candidates, I was chosen. Out of hundreds of candidates, I was chosen. How did I get this job with clients and community, right? I got this job. How? I pitched on Upwork and I sent an email. That's all I did. I pitched on Upwork and I sent an email. I made just this skill alone, $32,000. And we're talking about one job. This was not the only job I was working during this period, right? Like I see, after writing first lines, Messiah grew within his role to begin writing blog articles and even helping start a LinkedIn outreach campaign. He's a self-starter, reliable, and professional. I'd highly recommend working with him. And I want you to just look at this date. February 22. That was when? That was yesterday. Right, yesterday. And just so I can show you this, but I'm already working with this client outside Upwork, so it really doesn't matter. I did this on Upwork, but you can check out my Upwork, Messiah Ekaite, and this is the first thing you would see. So now moving on, so you don't think it's fake. I have actually earned that much. And guess what? That my super bonus, that skill that has made me over $30,000, you'll be getting it for free. For free, right? For free if you take action in the next 48 hours. Right? If you take action in the next 48 hours, 35,000 naira from now 8 p.m. starting the last hour, yeah, till 8 p.m. on Sunday. Remember, here's all you're getting. Now, let me tell you again. This is all you're getting, just so you don't forget. First, you're getting my profitable freelancing online course. It is recorded. If you buy it today, you still have it next week. You should have it in 2 years, right? It is recorded. You have my profitable freelancing online course. Every single thing I know about freelancing, right? You have access to my private community. And I promise you, time with me, what's money, right? Then remote job blueprint. I'll show you my remote job blueprint. And the bonuses is all my successful job pitches. I'll be giving it out to you. My LinkedIn clients getting framework and templates, I'll be giving it out to you. My cold email, clients getting framework and templates. Every single thing I do with these 3 platforms, and now I combine these 3 platforms, I'll be giving it out to you. And the super bonus, a skill on its own, personalized icebreakers of first line short course. The only reason why I put 192,600 there was because I remember 2-3 years ago, that's what it cost for me to learn it. 192,000 naira. That's 2 years ago, if I'm not wrong. Now, the total value of this is 2,092,600 naira. But how much are you getting it for in the next 48 hours? The normal price, like I said, is 100,000 naira. But today's price and valid till 8 p.m. on Sunday. If you reach out to me 8:15 or if you reach out to me 8:01, it's going back to 100,000. But from now till 8 p.m. on Sunday, this course is going for 35,000 naira only. This is a giveaway, right? This is a giveaway. So now, if you are interested, I want you to send the 35,000 naira to Joseph Don's account right here and message me. That phone number you're saying, that's my personal direct WhatsApp phone number. Reach out to me on WhatsApp. Let's talk, right? But you send the money to the account, 35,000 naira. The description should be your name, and then screenshot and send me proof. Screenshot and send me proof directly to that's my WhatsApp phone number right there. Transfer to Joseph Don's Wema account 0251 759290. Now, if you are paying today towards early tomorrow, this evening towards early tomorrow, I'll personally be responding to you myself, right? Who is the brain box? If you are paying today, I'll personally be responding to you myself. But anything after tomorrow morning, because I'll be so busy, so my assistant is going to be responding. So if there's something you want to talk to me about, if there are questions you want to ask me, reach out to me now. Make that transfer. Don't reach out to me if you've not made the transfer. Make that transfer. 35,000 naira to 0251 759290 Wema Bank. I want you to screenshot this. Let me just give you a few seconds to screenshot this account number, Wema Bank, and then reach out to me on that phone number. That's my WhatsApp phone number. So I'll give you a few seconds to screenshot, right? Brainbox, that used to be my name, right? That used to be my business name. Peep Factory, Anastasia. Sorry, we can't do 25,000. You see what this course is worth, right? You know what this course is worth. So Peep Factory, Anastasia, ABA, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well. Somto, this is your time. Screenshot this. So now moving on. I think we've gotten to the end of this, right? Or Joseph Don is going to
yes, we have gotten to the end. We've gotten to the end of this.
Perfect.
Yeah, I must thank everyone for sticking around till the end. Yeah, so the course is going for 35,000 naira. And guys, it's a steal. Let me tell you the truth. The truth is that Messiah has been pushing to increase this to like 40, 50,000 naira.
And
I
that's
had to
just the
press his
plain
neck.
truth.
I had to press his neck and say, I'm like, dude, no. Leave it at 35 and let's get it done. Okay. So if you're going to be getting on the course, I want you to leave a comment. Let us know. Are you going to be getting on the course? Leave a comment, and then go ahead, make the transfer, send the proof of payment, and you will get enrolled. Okay, the course is live, is ready. So send proof of payment, everything. You get enrolled, so that in the next 21 days you can get started earning transferring these same skills that you have that using to serve Nigerian audiences, looking for jobs here and there, getting underpaid and all of that. You can start making real money doing it. When I say real money, I mean hard currency. I mean earning in dollars, doing the very same thing that you do. So are you getting the course? Let me know. Who is getting the course? Who has paid already? Let me know in the comments. Who has made the transfer already? Who has done it? Who has done it? Who has done it? Who has done it? Oh dear.
Yeah, I can see some people who have paid already. Ononju Steven, Delight, thank you very much. Arinze said he's paying now. Well done, Arinze. I can see a lot of people
Beautiful,
have paid already
beautiful,
for the course. Yeah.
beautiful. Josh Henry, beautiful, beautiful,
Ayomide
beautiful, beautiful,
Fabuyi.
beautiful,
Yes, I've
beautiful,
seen a
beautiful,
number of
beautiful,
people have
beautiful,
paid.
beautiful, beautiful.
Perfect, Josh. Congrats, and I'm telling you congrats because you're doing you're doing you're doing yourself a great favor because I promise you this course is going to teach every single thing you need to know and more. So I'm going to tell you congrats, congrats, Arinze, congrats, Josh, Eri. Yeah, let me see.
Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. So if there are any questions at all based off of everything we said, take it now. If not, we'll call this a night. I
Yeah,
really don't
please.
think there are any questions. Well, someone said, what will your community do? We literally explain that so you can go back and check the replay after night. It will be live. Basically, in the community, you're going to be getting updates, you're going to be getting, if there are job alerts, you're going to get it. You're going to be able to network and ask questions, basically. Get the support that you need, basically.
Olabode, you're not paying to move to another level. Don't worry. This is, like I said, this is every single thing you need. This is all you need to make money as a freelancer. There's no other level, right? I'm not Dan Lock.
There's
There's no
no
other
level.
level.
There's no level. Everything is complete. I tell you, this guy kept adding things to the course. He kept taking weeks,
Yeah.
recording and recording and adding things and all of that just to make sure that you get it and get a complete package, right? Basically. So go ahead, make the transfer now. In absence of no question, we'll call it a night. So thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Hope to see you inside of the training, inside of the community, and all of that. Congratulations to those who have paid already. Take care of yourself, guys. And bye
Yeah.
bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.